For the second time this year, wrestling has either brought a tear to my eye or put a big ass lump in my throat. Welcome back, everyone. This is Jason. Good old Daniel Bryan. Oh, man. So, Monday was quite the roller coaster ride of emotions for many, many wrestling fans, um, including myself. He announced on Twitter that he was making, a big announcement on Raw. That he was going to be there to talk about crossroads in his career. And instantly, fans are thinking, "Oh, this is it." He's calling it quits. He's hanging it up. He's too banged up. He's not getting his strength back in his arm. It's not happening. I think, including myself, I think a lot of people assumed he was announcing his retirement, and then he comes out and and they didn't do this at the top of the show. They waited about three-quarters of the way through the show to actually do this. And really kept people wondering. What is this it? And he comes out and he's talking about how this year was a hell of a year for him. He won the championship. Then right after that, he got married, and then his dad died, and he got injured, and after that surgery, came a giant question mark. Was he going to be able to come back? From this injury. Some guys do, some guys don't. Look at the same show. They're talking about, Edge. What he went through, how he had to call it quits because of his neck and stuff. And but man, yeah, just him talking about the whole year and losing his dad and everything he went through, man, that hit me. That really did. That hit me like a ton of bricks. Um, so and he's got the crowd just hanging on every word, and finally, he says, "Is my career over?" And he says no, and the place just erupts. And man, that was that was really a great moment. Daniel Bryan is just one of those guys you can't help root for. Um, he's he's such a hard worker, um, great personality, just a genuine guy. You know, I mean, it might have been a long time ago, and it might have been before his big run in the WWE, but I could tell when I met him and when I saw him that night, when I saw him wrestle for Dragon Gate USA against the then John Moxley, now Dean Ambrose. Um, Man, you had anybody watching that match, or when he was fighting so hard back then, knew there had to be something special about him that it would take him to some great place. And and he's had that great moment. He's had that WrestleMania moment. The question now, with his announcement for the Royal Rumble, is he going to do it again? And if you watched his special, the road, is it the road to WrestleMania? I think it's what it's called. It's the Daniel Bryan special from earlier this spring, um, talking about the press and the matches and everything leading up to it. Kind of a behind the scenes documentary of him. Great little special, really is. And I think I did a review of it on my channel. If you want to go check it out, scroll down the videos. Um, I'll let you know what I thought of it. And and he's like, "What else is there to do after you know having this trip to WrestleMania and winning? What else is there to do?" And I believe he said, if I misquote him, I'm sorry, but he says something to the effect of, "Do it again." And now you got to wonder, with him coming back, this changes the landscape of the WWE incredibly. It does. You can't help but think that. Over the course of the last few months, you've heard that people are prepping. Excuse me. People are prepping Roman Reigns for this big run. And he was injured, and they got the little hype videos for him coming back, or not hype videos, but the little interviews. And and then he came back, and he's got this match with the Big Show, and it's like his big comeback match, and the crowd just wasn't into it. They were actually chanting "boring" and like booing the match. It's and I sincerely felt sorry for Roman Reigns. I don't think he deserved that. Could they have put him in a different match as his first big comeback match? Yeah, they could have done something else, even if it was a squash match. Just I don't know. I don't know. It's the whole thing. To make Roman Reigns look strong. Well, yeah, you can do that, but you can only do so much to make someone look strong. So you gotta wonder, is this gonna change their plans for who wins at the Royal Rumble? And you also gotta wonder, hey, why did they bring the Authority back so soon? They obviously knew Daniel Bryan was making this announcement. That there is going to be another feud coming up between the Authority and Daniel Bryan. It's gotta happen. What happened when the Authority was beat? Dolph Ziggler had his win, and the next night, and then they were having their goodbye speech and whatever, and then Daniel Bryan and got in their face and just made a mockery of the Authority. Well, they're back, and Daniel Bryan's back, and the Authority is not going to take that mockery he made of them lightly. They're going to do something to him, and that'll build up over the course of the next few weeks to the point of the Royal Rumble. I can honestly see them doing to him like they've done to others. Make Daniel Bryan number one in the Royal Rumble, first entrant, and have him fight through 29 other guys to win, to win the Royal Rumble. And this isn't meant to be a prediction video for the Royal Rumble. I'm just saying that there are a lot more options now than there were a few months ago. Sincerely, there really are. There always are, but there's always that one gem who you assume, or who you'd like to assume, is going to win. Um, well, let me tell you, now that Daniel Bryan's back, that spotlight of a Royal Rumble win disappears pretty quickly from Roman Reigns, if you ask me. Is it a definite thing? No, no, by no means. Um, you can look at any of the top guys that are deserving to win the Royal Rumble, but then you also got to think about where storylines are going to go over the course of the next couple months. Leading up until, was it March? Late March, I believe it is. Um, Randy Orton's coming back soon. Well, he came back off TV on Monday night, but it wasn't his official TV return. So I'm sure he'll come back next week or somewhere in there. Roman Reigns, they could still go with Roman Reigns. I don't know. They say, oh, well, Daniel Bryan won. We're going to give it to someone new. Okay. Hope to God it's not John Cena or someone like that. Well, he's got the Royal Rumble championship match against Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. So you assume it's not going to be him. But we only know two entrants so far. We know Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. So those are your top two picks so far, honestly. But yeah, it's great to see Daniel Bryan back. And there's, and you, I know this is getting off the subject of the Royal Rumble and his comeback, but think about it for a second. Think about that young crop of guys that's down in NXT right now. Who doesn't want to see Daniel Bryan against Hideo Itami, Kenta, Finn Balor, Prince Devitt, Kevin Owens, Steen, and other guys that are coming up. Hopefully we'll see Solomon Crow, aka Sami Callihan. That's one guy that really needs to get brought up. Super talented, old school grappler, great talent. So you look at everything that's coming in the future. The sky's the limit for these great matches, and you just hope that Daniel Bryan's going to be healthy enough to go for the next couple of years. Hopefully he won't. I mean, I can see him doing this last run from the Royal Rumble to WrestleMania and then calling it quits because of his health. I could seriously. I mean, I don't want that to happen. Don't get me wrong, but I can see him doing that. But yeah, put it in the comments below. Let me know what you think about his announcement. You love Daniel Bryan, or you're not a fan of his. Tell me why. And just give me your thoughts. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting road to WrestleMania. It really is. All right, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys.